Looking for their first road win of the season and fourth straight victory overall, the Western Michigan football team traveled to Buffalo last Saturday for a showdown with the Bulls. It would turn out to be the talk of college football, as the Broncos and the Bulls tied an FBS record, going 7 overtimes to determine a winner. The Bronco defense forced Buffalo to kick field goal in the 7th overtime. Then Jarvion Franklin, who finished with 176 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns, scored from 12 yards out on his 37th carry to give the Broncos a record-breaking 71-68 victory. I'm Robin Hook. Coming up, head coach Tim Lester joins me for all the highlights of an epic battle in Buffalo on Week 6 of Bronco Review. After this timeout.
Bronco Review is a production of Western Michigan University Athletics and WMU Media Services and is brought to you in part by Greenleaf Trust, financial security from generation to generation. Trust is in their name for a reason. They've earned it.
We didn't just break the mold, we made it. And we spelled it L-I-T-E. Because when you invent light beer, you get to spell it however you want. Spelled different because it's brewed different.
Part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Are you considering home improvements? You should consider Blackberry.
Blackberry has completed several home improvement projects in our neighborhood, so when we were ready for 20 new replacement windows, we called Blackberry. They completed the project on time and their workmanship was outstanding. Our friends are amazed and we love the transformation of our home both inside and out with our new windows from Blackberry Home Improvement Specialists.
Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
When I grow up, I'm gonna redefine pizza. One that will change the history of pizza forever. A pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni. This is my dream, and I can do it. Because my mom and dad said I can accomplish anything. And I will do great things in life.
Sorry, kid, it's been done.
But my dream...
Introducing Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza. A large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza.
Hi, I'm Jim Vandenberg with Maple Hill Auto Group. We know that car buying is a journey, not just a destination. We know that we need to be there each step of the way for you, through parts, sales, service, through your entire ownership experience. At Maple Hill Auto Group, we look at every customer, not as a single purchase, but rather as a start to a journey that we hope spans generations. Maple Hill Auto Group, for a journey like no other.
Wassink has it to Franklin running right. Jarvion cuts it back into the middle, spins, turns into the end zone. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Jarvion Franklin has won it for the Broncos in the 7th overtime on a powerful run up the middle.
Jarvion Franklin with his 37th carry of the game, and it would end the game in 7 overtimes in a record-setting performance, the most points ever scored in an FBS football game. Western Michigan and Buffalo and the Broncos came out on top. Coach, congratulations on that one.
Thank you. It was a long one, but a good one.
The Broncos and the Bulls going for almost 5 hours of football and overtime after overtime, and you kind of hitched it up to Jarvion and the offensive line, and they got it done for you.
Yeah, you know, we were banged up a little bit at running back, and Jarv was feeling it. You know, he wasn't getting tired, and we just kept feeding him.
All right, here we go. Western Michigan and Buffalo. This is an improved Bulls team. A lot of Bronco fans made their way to Buffalo to watch this one, and it's a great day, and there was a lot going on.
Yeah, you know, it was their homecoming. They had a big concert before the game, and the atmosphere was good.
Here come the Broncos out of the tunnel, and little did you know at that point it was going to be a long one. Here, the third play from scrimmage. You take it to the house with Levante Bellamy. You had that run, and now you're going to see him go all the way for a touchdown up the left sideline, and Western Michigan was on top.
Yeah, Levante had a great game. He only had 11 touches, but had over 100 yards and 11 touches, and as he gets more and more healthy, he's going to be more and more dangerous.
Here's another look at it, and he's got a step that most players don't have, and once he gets in the clear, they're not going to catch him.
No, he's our fastest player, and And we got a lot of fast players, but he's definitely our fastest kid. And it's fun to see him get healthy.
You like to get him out early and get him those touches early in the game, and then bring in guys like Jarvion and Jamari.
Yeah, you know, with his injury, it's just one of those things that it's getting stronger as he goes. So it lasts about a quarter, 2 quarters before he gets tightened up. So we're just using, we can get him fresh before the game and use him for as long as we can, and then let the big boys eat.
Big hit on special teams by Alex Grace, and then on the very first play for Buffalo, you get beat, but Sam Beal stays with it and forces a fumble, and here comes Stephen Claiborne the other way.
Yeah, Sam bit on a little out and up, and it was great effort by him to cause that fumble and shoot what could have been a terrible play turned into a great momentum swing for us.
So now you're right back in the plus end of the field, and you go to work here on the ground.
Yeah, you know, we were just trying to establish that run game, you know, and you know, move around a little bit. John, I thought, did pretty well early on and made one bad mistake. That was his slide, which is my favorite thing he's ever done. This was an unbelievable kick into a harsh wind. I know you can't see the wind up there, but it was a tough wind that he just kicked that into.
44 yards with an angle and a swirling breeze, and he got it done. And now your defense goes back to work, and you did a great job stopping their run. They really couldn't run the football.
Yeah, it was like 36 carries for 80 yards or something like that. I mean, it was a really impressive job by our team because that was their strength coming in. You know, you go in there and you know you're going to stop the run and make that guy throw it. And he did a great job throwing it, but that was the plan going in.
John Wassink did a nice job. Their quarterback was really incredible. He's a junior college kid from California, a sophomore who's the backup at Buffalo, and wow, he had quite a day.
Yeah, if he keeps throwing it like that, I don't know how much longer he'll be the backup. But he did. He threw the ball. We let him get too comfortable, and we made some misreads that we got to get fixed. But when we played man coverage, he had some big-time throws, some big-time NFL-type throws, and it was impressive to watch him.
There's a nice throw by John Wassink, who's getting better and better, Coach. He threw 5 touchdown passes in this game.
He did. He's getting more and more comfortable every time he's out there. And being involved in the run game and the pass game and kind of running the show. And he's nice and calm and is doing a great job.
Levante with another run, and here you go on the quick out, and the ball was on the ground, but you come up with it.
Yeah, you know, Ricci's got to be smart. The one thing they don't realize when they get out there is when you go back in, you're going back in towards the linebackers. Those are the Spillanes and the Asante Browns of the world. You do not want to go back in there, and he took a pretty good shot. Luckily, we got on top of it.
They're trying to run the football on your defense, but they're just not able to get it done, so they go to the air almost exclusively, and they almost pulled it out.
Yeah, you know, like we said, going in, you know, we're going to make this backup quarterback beat us, and you know what? He darn near did. I mean, he played a great game, and luckily for us, you know, we kept playing and playing and playing, and we're able to outlast him in the end. We made mistakes early. I mean, we had 2 turnovers in the first half, which can't happen, and we let them have some easy touchdowns, and that's something we got to get fixed.
There's one to D. Eskridge, wide open up the sideline, and John finds him for a 48-yard touchdown.
Yeah, we had the RPOs going, we had the screens going, which opens up the screen and goes, you know, and it was good. Once you get one thing going, it normally opens up something else for you. And Coach Johns does a phenomenal job of seeing that from upstairs and making those calls.
All right, Buffalo goes back to work, and they use a lot of schemes to keep their quarterback clean. You weren't able to get to him.
Yeah, they'd watched the Ball State game, so they had seen what our defense can do. If you're going to sit back there and pat the ball, you're going to get hit. And I thought the coaches did a great job of coming up with schemes that were going to keep him clean.
Here's Donnie Erzberger, who was a key factor in this game, catching the ball and blocking as he always does.
Yeah, I mean, he had a career day last week, and he's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And, you know, I thought we hadn't really run a bunch of screens coming into this game. I thought Coach Johns did a great job of including the screens in our game plan, and Jarv scored on one, and so it's exciting.
So the Broncos on top of the half. We'll come back and look at the second half highlights next on Bronco Review.
You trust Dunchie Body and Frame for all your collision repair work, but they offer so much more, like paintless dent repair, brakes and wheel alignment, and perfect paint matching. Dunchie also works with all insurance companies to make sure your vehicle is restored to pre-accident condition. So for personal service and high-quality workmanship, call Dunchie Body and Frame at 375-2100 or visit their website, dunchiebody.com. Dunchie Body and Frame, part of your community since 1973.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension Care Teams at Borgias take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, More questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borges.com/orthopedics.
The people who accomplish so much are always striving to do even more. Now, with our help, they will. It's time for more.
At Galesburg Ford, we're getting geared up for fall. So if your goal is to be driving a new car,
rush on down to Galesburg Ford.
You can't afford to pass up these great deals on a new car or truck at Galesburg Ford. New 2018 models are arriving daily. Come out and visit us at Galesburg Ford. We're located 1 mile north of I-94, exit 85, halfway between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. When it comes to your next vehicle, our team has you covered at Galesburg Ford.
not too far for your next car.
Choosing your home isn't easy. This is where your kids will draw on the walls, where the people you love will gather to laugh and cry. It's a big decision, which is why choosing your mortgage partner should be easy. With low rates and quick turnaround, Arbor Financial Credit Union can create a customized mortgage solution that is right for you. Visit us at arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Eskridge wide right. Odell comes in motion. Play fake, Wassing back to throw. Throws into the end zone for Ernsberger. Touchdown, Western Michigan. Donnie Ernsberger.
Pretty tight game at halftime. The Broncos would expand on their lead in the second half. One of those touchdowns, Donnie Ernsberger, has become an integral part of the offense, Coach.
Yeah, you know, he's extremely athletic. Everyone knows he can block, you know, but he's a great athlete with great hands. He's had 2 really good weeks, and we're continuing to expand his role.
All right, let's go back to UB Stadium in Buffalo. Second half highlights of what would be a record-setting night in Buffalo. And the marching band on hand for their homecoming game, and here you go to work on defense to start the second half.
Yeah, you know, we gave them the win in the third quarter. We figured in the fourth, it was a close game, we wanted to have the win in the fourth quarter. And, you know, I thought our defense did a great job in the third quarter. They didn't score in the third quarter. We scored a touchdown, and it was the fourth quarter really where we struggled. But our third quarter, we came out great out of the half. And we just got ahead to do a better job, and they missed a field goal here. And great start, because then the offense goes down and scores, and you feel pretty good about your momentum there. We just have to finish it off, so we don't have to do 7 overtimes to finish it off.
Here's Jarvion going to work, and he was the man in the second half.
Yeah, and he knew that going in. That was, you know, by design, and he did a great job being physical the whole time. And our pass game kept getting stronger as we went. And you know, once you get the screens and the deep passes and the short passes and our running game, I mean, when it all comes together, you know, defenses makes it tough.
Jarvion is an excellent pass receiver, and there you see it. It was wide open and took it to the house.
Yeah, he has great ball skills. He can do a lot of things in the pass game, and obviously he pros well, and everyone knows he can run it. So there are special teams. They've been solid since the start.
Number 1 or 2 in all of the special teams categories, the Western Michigan Special Teams Unit. And here's good coverage by Obi Jackson.
Yeah, you know, we had a bunch of, we got banged up. You know, there's no secret about that. Our corners both got banged up, and so it's been, you know, Obi's had to play a lot. He had a lot of good plays in the game. Had a couple, he had 1 pass interference call, but you know, he's going to be a great player. He's got a huge future. He's really athletic, and we're happy with him.
Spillane shutting down the run game there. Now you guys go back to work, and here's Levante on a little screen pass.
Yeah, I was proud that he made it to the made it to the second half before he started getting tightened up, because his speed really does change. You know, had to have his speed and Jarvion's toughness next to each other. And Jamari's toughness is a great combination.
All right, Buffalo mounts a second half comeback here after trailing for much of the game, but they have to do it through the air because you're continuing to shut down their run, and they came in as a running team, really.
That was what they were known for, and you know, luckily we did a good job of making them be one-sided, and they'd have to be really good to do it, and they did. They did a great job of getting back in this game, and you got to give them credit. And luckily we stuck with it, didn't get our heads down, and kept playing.
Derek Mitchell hit some bombs with the punt game, and here goes their running game, and the Broncos getting it stopped.
Yeah, you know, I think the whole game long we were dialed. They didn't stop attempting to run. You know, they kept. Here's a great run by John. He did a great job getting us out of trouble. Only a couple times. I don't want him running a ton, but he's a really athletic kid, and he adds to our run game.
You know, kind of lost in Jarvion's performance was John's performance. 5 touchdown passes in this game.
5, and he was 23 of 29. His completion percentage was off the charts, and he also had a couple drops. So you know, he's getting to the point where he's really comfortable putting the ball. Here's the same ball that he underthrew at USC right there, that we didn't get a touchdown on, that we could have used, that we came back to the play 4 or 5 weeks later, and he hit it, which was fun to watch.
That's a bootleg, and he throws back to the tight end. It's a thing of beauty when it works.
It is, and we had it against USC. He just underthrew it a little bit in his first game, and now he's in his 6th game. He's much calmer, great tackle right there, and he's being more consistent. You know, every time he's out there, he's playing a little bit better, and it's been fun. It's been fun to watch him grow every single week a little bit. You know,
they're number 83, Johnson, their wide receiver. He is a man. He's a good player.
We knew he was a good player. I mean, he's bigger than I thought. When, you know, a lot of times when they say 6'2", that means they're 6 foot. You know, but they don't lie. He was all of 6'2", and he was long. And Beal's kind of our long corner, and he got hurt on play 3 of the first quarter. So we had shorter guys out there for him, and they made us pay for that a little bit.
All right, final seconds. You moved it into the plus side of the field and gave your field goal kicker a shot.
Yeah, you know, it was just one of those, can we give Josh a chance to put his leg behind one? He's got a really strong leg, and unfortunately we weren't able to follow through on it, and so to overtime we went.
0's on the clock. We go to overtime. Those highlights are next on Bronco Review.
Maple Hill is proud to be a Subaru dealer. Subaru, it is like no other. Because of the 35 miles per gallon that you get in the summer and the all-wheel drive in the winter. The 5-star crash test ratings, the recommendations year after year from the best consumer magazines out there. Own it and you'll say, I love my Subaru. At Maple Hill Subaru, it is a journey like no other.
A part of being a member at Arbor Financial Credit Union is the relationships and personal attention you get from our helpful and knowledgeable staff. But we realize you don't always have time for that. With Arbor Financial's secure mobile app, you can quickly check your balance, pay a bill, deposit a check, or find an ATM. In between, well, everything else. Visit us online at arborfcu.org for more information. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Does your home need a facelift? You should call BlackBerry. For over 35 years, BlackBerry's been improving the look of homes throughout West Michigan with new roofing and siding. Right now, save 50% off the installation of new roofing and siding from BlackBerry, featuring the Owens Corning Duration Shingle and Mastic Vinyl Siding. 50% off installation of roofing and siding and pay no interest for 18 months. Call today or go to blackberrysystems.com.
Uverse gives you a whole bunch of on-demand TV shows and movies. Let's get started.
Well, how many is a whole bunch? As many as Xfinity?
I swear you're gonna love it.
That didn't really answer my question.
Over 5,000 on demand.
Well, Xfinity On Demand gives us over 30,000.
We'll set it up for you.
Don't settle for Uverse. Get over 5 times more on-demand TV shows and movies on TV with Xfinity from Comcast.
Caesars has introduced the Extra Most Bestest Pizza, a large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for $6. This affects the pizza economy, causing demand for Little Caesars to skyrocket and employment to enter a pizza boom. Where will Little Caesars get all these new employees? Oh, that's where.
Get the new Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizza, a large pizza with the most cheese and the most pepperoni for just $6.
Pizza, pizza. Watson in motion, and they're going to throw back to the quarterback. Lossing, touchdown, Western Michigan. Keyshawn Watson came on the end around and then throws it back to the quarterback, Lossing, for 6.
John Wasink with his second receiving touchdown of the season from Keyshawn Watson. That's number 13 throwing the football, Coach.
Yeah, I'm proud of seeing that number. My high school, he's 2 for 2 with 2 touchdowns. People are thinking, why don't I play him more? You know.
John Wasink leads the nation in touchdown receptions by a quarterback. And now the Broncos are in overtime, and this thing would turn into an epic back-and-forth battle between the Bulls and the Broncos. Who would outlast the other? And you had several chances to put it away.
We really did. Between field goals or two-point conversions or stopping two-point conversions, I felt like we were in control most of the game. You know, that pick right there would have given us a chance, and so it was. I really felt like we let it get away. We finally took advantage of it. They had one opportunity in the 6th overtime, and that's the one thing that we need to do a better job. We can't let it get to the 6th, 7th overtime next time. We need to get on after them a little bit earlier.
Donnie Ehrensberger catches a touchdown pass in the overtime, and well, it's a family affair at Western Michigan. That got a lot of attention nationally. His sister giving them a hug there, but. Play continues. This game wasn't over, and Jarvion going to work on the ground for you.
Yeah, Jarv was, I mean, he got stronger and stronger every time he went, and our offensive line, I got to give them a ton of credit. I mean, they are a special group up front. Jarv gives them all the credit. Both between Jarv, our tight ends, and our O-line, I mean, they won this game for us.
You get the touchdown from Watson to Wasink, and then you get a knockdown there, but Buffalo keeps finding a way. Broncos get a fumble, and you thought maybe this is the spot where we put it away.
Yeah, I thought so. You know, we tried to run the ball a couple times. We knew when we got the 3rd down, we were going to try to put the ball, you know, where Josh wanted it, and unfortunately we missed it. We had to keep going.
Had to keep going, and we moved along in the overtime. Here was a direct snap to Franklin, who hands it off to Watson, and he takes it in for a 2-point conversion.
That was technically supposed to be a pass back to John Wasink, or as an option, either pass or run it in, and he had the chance to get it in, and just, you know, Keyshawn took it himself.
Yeah, he went helicopter there in the end zone for the touchdown, and here you go again, back to work to D. Eskridge.
Yeah, that was a great decision by John. That was a bubble/screen. He chose to take the bubble. And then we always went back to him. We always went back to Jarv, but we didn't want him to totally focus on Jarv. I thought he did a good job of mixing up the run and the pass. Here's a great catch by Keyshawn.
Great catch and a wonderful throw on the fade as they hook up this time Wasink to Watson instead of Watson to Wasink, and big stop here by the Broncos.
Yeah, you know, our defense in overtime I thought did a good job. We held them to field goal twice. We had a turnover once, you know, and then we had, you know, they're the ones that set us up to give a chance to win. Here, that was the play right there, that if he scores, the game's over. That was the one time that if they would have made the play, the game we would have lost. And Asante made a great play and allowed us to get to this play right here and wrap it up.
Jarvion takes it in from 12 yards out, and the Broncos prevail in overtime, 71-68. Jarvion, the MAC West Division Offensive Player of the Week. Huge game, 4 touchdowns, and the Broncos win it in the record-setting performance at Buffalo. We'll be back with more Bronco Review. Now, timeout.
Staying with a standard checking account isn't much different than stashing your money in a piggy bank.
Oink, 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 oink.
A Momentum checking account from Arbor Financial Credit Union is like strapping a rocket to your piggy bank and launching it to higher earnings. With Momentum checking, the more you use your debit card, the more interest you can earn. Up to 4% APY on balances up to $15,000. Visit arborfcu.org to find out more. Arbor Financial Credit Union. Bank here, grow here.
Whether it's your knee, back, or wrist, a small pain can be a big problem that affects everything you do. Ascension Care Teams at Borgias take the time to listen, because listening to you helps us see your whole picture. More conversation, more back and forth, more questions and answers. That's what helps us understand all aspects of you and your life. Find an orthopedic doctor who is right for you at borgias.com/orthopedics.
At Galesburg Ford, we're getting geared up for fall. So if your goal is to be driving a new car,
rush on down to Galesburg Ford.
You can't afford to pass up these great deals on a new car or truck at Galesburg Ford. New 2018 models are arriving daily. Come out and visit us at Galesburg Ford. We're located 1 mile north of I-94, exit 85, halfway between Kalamazoo and Battle Creek. When it comes to your next vehicle, our team has you covered at Galesburg Ford.
Not too far for your next car.
Hey, I'm Carter Osterhaus. What do you do when you discover something great? Well, you tell your family and friends about it, right? Well, that's exactly how Lake Michigan Credit Union became the fastest growing credit union in Michigan. With some of the best checking account rates in the nation and guaranteed low mortgage rates, word is spreading fast about Lake Michigan Credit Union. Anyone can open an account. So tell your friends. Lake Michigan Credit Union, the best place for your money.
Now John back to throw. Throws the fade into the end zone. He's got Keyshawn, and he's got it. Touchdown, Western Michigan to Keyshawn at the pylon on the left side of the end zone.
Keyshawn Watson with another big play in overtime. He's becoming a tremendous receiver, and he's a young guy too.
Yeah, he's got. I mean, we don't have a guy in that room that's a junior or senior. They're all underclassmen, and he's really come on the last couple of weeks.
He really has. And Western Michigan, now the highest scoring team in the MAC. You've got the #1 offense, and it took a 71.7 overtime game to do it, but your offense is starting to roll.
We've been building. You know, we said that early on, that once Coach Johns gets this thing going and these guys start maturing and having confidence with our running game that we know we had, that it's going to be dangerous. And we still got a long way to go, but it's been fun to watch them grow.
All right, a 7 overtime game. Got to take a little bit out of your team.
Yeah, you know, Devontae Ginwright played 120 plays. You know, the week before against Ball State, our highest player played 64 plays, and we had 16 guys over 100 plays. So took it easy on Monday, switched up practice on Tuesday for this upcoming week. So we understand what they did, we're proud of what they did, and we just gotta make sure they're ready for next Saturday.
Homecoming, 3:30 kickoff at Waldo Stadium Saturday against the Akron Zips. Coach Bowden coming to town.
Yeah, you know, they're #1 in the East right now that Buffalo lost. And, you know, they're on a roll. They got a senior quarterback that is always scary when you have a senior quarterback. And they play solid defense. They got a stud linebacker just like Buffalo. And they keep everything in front of them, make you earn it. So it's going to be a challenge. You know, we just want to get out there. We did so many things that are uncharacteristic of us in the last game. Although we did find a way to win, which was great, but want to get out there and just get back to playing our type of football.
Good luck on homecoming.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back next week with all the highlights of the Western Michigan-Akron game on our next Bronco Review. For Coach Lester and our staff, I'm Robin Hook. Thanks for watching. See you next week.